What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be starting a new series called Draw With Me, where basically I'm just going to be drawing and talking to you guys a little bit through my process and what I'm thinking while I'm drawing. So let's get into it. Okay, so for this drawing, I was kind of just thinking of like a whimsical, almost like fantasy kind of look. So I'm just going to start off by just like sketching out basic shapes, basically. So I'm planning on drawing like a little character here. Give him some like glasses, kind of a big, almost like cartoony nose here. And I want this to whole be like kind of, like I said, like cartoony and whimsical. So I'm going to make like his glasses kind of like uneven and stuff. And then I'm just going to draw kind of like a rugged looking beard on this character. To kind of just give him like almost like an adventurer look. And I'll just give him like a top hat. Like this. And so I had an idea. I'm gonna add like a little, almost like a mushroom right here, almost like providing shelter for this guy. So I don't really know how I want this to look. I'm just gonna kind of wing it. And I had a cool idea, like maybe there's like lights hanging from this mushroom, like almost he like made this as like a little home or something. So I'm gonna make like string lights along this, and then somehow connect these like to the mushroom. And then next to this character, I'm gonna add a little bag with like almost like some of his stuff in it, because I'm going for kind of like a traveler, like rugged look. So here's like his bag. Okay, and after I add a little bit more, just kind of like some small details in, I think I'm going to be ready to add the penning in. Okay, so for inking, I'm going to use a size 12. It's a pretty big pen, but I think I want it to be a little bit bigger to give this more of like a cartoony look. And for the penning in is really when you kind of define your sketch. You make it a lot more smooth and just a lot less jagged. And make sure you take your time with penning in, because if you mess up, there's not really any going back. So just make sure you get the smooth lines that you want, and I wouldn't say move on to the penning until you really like the drawing. Like if you don't like it, definitely don't move on. Fix it in the sketch rather than in the penning. But for this drawing, I'm kind of just, like I said, going for like a rough look on this character, so I'm kind of just winging it a little bit, and it's kind of simple, so it doesn't need to be too over the top. Smoothing out all of these pencil lines, trying to make them look crisp. I'm going to add a little bit of texturing onto his beard here, just to add a little more life to the drawing. And I'll just do this on kind of everything once I'm finished with the main outline. Then you kind of go in and add more detail. So I'll finish the bag, and then you can just add some little like volume to it, like there's stuff inside of it. And if you guys are enjoying this video and think I should make more of this type of content, definitely let me know in the comments, because I'm still kind of trying to experiment around and see what, find a good balance between what you guys like to watch and what I like to make. So definitely let me know if you're enjoying this video and if you want to see another one. And so far, I'm really enjoying this like whimsical kind of cartoony look, and I hope you guys are too. Okay, and one more thing you can add to your drawing to just give it more life is add some like little almost movement like effects here, and it really just makes your drawing kind of pop. Okay, so now moving on to the coloring, I'm going to be using Copic markers for this. Okay, so these are the colors I'm going to be using for the mushroom. Okay, so for this drawing, I think I'm going to make my shadows, or my light source, coming from the right side, which means my shadows will be on the left side. So right now I'm just going to go in and add all the shadows into my drawing. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with my light color and blend back into that dark color, just to make a little bit of a smoother blend, and this should make it look pretty cool. So right now I'm just doing all the highlights from the lights, everything the lights are like reflecting on. And I think it will add like a really cool effect to the drawing once it's finished. I think it'll end up looking really cool. And it's almost like these lights are kind of lighting up like the whole picture of this. So I really want to kind of accentuate them because I want it to be kind of like a standout part of this drawing. Okay, so like I said, I wanted to add a purple kind of suit onto this guy. So I'm just going to go in with my purple and try and blend it into that yellow decently well. Now I'm just going to go in with my darker color and just do some quick shading in there. And I'm also going to use this color to add a little bit of shading onto his beard here, just some texturing kind of. Just add a little bit of shading. Blend back with it. And then we're gonna get a little bit of a lighter color to just blend into that yellow. Now I'm just gonna color in these rocks and try and make it pretty subtle. I don't want these to stand out too much, so I'll just do like a little bit of shading. Add a little bit of color onto the ground, and then we'll be pretty much wrapped up. Okay, so now with my darker color, I'm gonna go and just add some shadows to the bottom of this piece just to kind of show what should stand out, because it will really help, I think, to pull your eye towards these things. So I'm just gonna add a shadow under this guy and then his bag, and I'll be ready for the highlights. Now I'm going to grab this white marker and I'm just going to go on the very tip of where all the light is hitting and just add some white highlights just to add a little bit of pop of color, and overall just make the whole drawing kind of pop, and then we'll be finished.